All right, welcome back. We're jumping straight into the Cardano DeFi ecosystem today. And let me tell you, things are moving at an absolutely incredible pace. You're going to want to buckle up for this one.
And when I say busy, I am not kidding. We're talking about massive integrations that are changing the game for how tokens get used, some absolutely wild yields popping up, and some of the biggest platforms hitting major milestones. There's so much to get through, so let's just dive right in.
You can just feel the energy in the ecosystem right now, can't you? This isn't just about hype and roadmaps anymore. We're seeing real, tangible progress. User activity is going through the roof in ways we can actually measure, and brand new uses for assets are being unlocked left and right. It's a seriously exciting time to be paying attention. So what's fueling all this recent buzz? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle seems to be the incredible surge of one specific asset, Night Token. And what's so interesting here is it's not just about the price. It's about how quickly this token is becoming a core piece of the puzzle for multiple protocols. And that is a much bigger story. Let's break it down. Look at this. This isn't just happening on one platform in a silo. Night Token is being woven into the very fabric of some of Cardano's top projects. Every single one of these integrations adds a new layer of utility. In other words, it gives you something new and powerful to do with the token. This kind of wide-scale adoption is just a massive vote of confidence. To really put this in perspective, let's talk numbers, because this is pretty wild. On Strike Protocol alone, that's a decentralized exchange on Cardano, we saw nearly $1 million in trading volume for Night Token in a single day. This isn't hype, folks. This is real, substantial activity you can go and verify on-chain right now. Now, why all that volume? Well, check this out. For anyone providing liquidity for Night Token on Strike, the current APY is a mind-blowing 180%. Yields like this are designed to do one thing: attract a ton of capital and attention. And, well, it's pretty safe to say it's working. And the utility just keeps on coming. Over on Liqwid Finance, you can now use your Night Token as collateral. We're talking a loan-to-value ratio of up to 80%. That means you can borrow against almost the full value of your tokens. It's transforming from just an asset you can trade into a seriously powerful and efficient financial tool. And this slide just perfectly shows how diverse the use cases are becoming. On one hand, you have Bodega Market, where Night Token is now the go-to for placing bets in prediction markets. And on the other hand, you have Surf Protocol, where it's a key piece for lending, borrowing, and even getting one-click leverage. Same token, two completely different and super powerful new functions. Okay, so this whole explosion around Night Token is incredible, but it's really just one part of a much bigger story. What's happening is a huge boom of new high-yield opportunities across the entire Cardano ecosystem. So if you're looking for ways to put your assets to work, it is a fascinating time, and it's definitely not just about one token anymore. The key thing to see here is that this is a widespread trend. We're seeing fantastic yields all over the place. I mean, sure, Strike is leading the charge with that crazy 180% for Night Token liquidity providers. But then you look over at Surf, and SUF stakers, that's people locking up their tokens to help the network, are pulling in over 13%. And Bodega stakers are right there with them at around 12%. And just a super quick reminder on why APY is the number we all watch. It stands for annual percentage yield, and it's so powerful because it includes compounding. That basically means your earnings start earning their own earnings. It's the true rate of return, and it's what makes seeing numbers like these so darn compelling. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Beyond all the yields and token integrations, there's a whole other wave of progress happening. This is the under-the-hood stuff, the core infrastructure getting stronger. And a bunch of projects just hit some huge milestones that absolutely deserve our attention. First up, Atlas has officially hit its first major milestone. They've put out a tutorial video giving everyone their very first look at their automated market maker, their AMM. Now, if you don't know, the AMM is basically the engine of a decentralized exchange. It's what sets the prices. This is a massive step forward for the whole project. Next, we've got some huge news from Iagon. Their token is now officially trading on Kraken for users in the EU and Canada. And this is a big deal, not just because more people can access it, but because it makes them one of the first DePIN projects that's decentralized physical infrastructure to align with Europe's new MiCA regulations. That's a huge checkmark for legitimacy. Meanwhile, Danogo has just been absolutely crushing it, climbing the ranks at a wild pace. It is now locked in its spot as a top 4 platform on Cardano based on things like daily volume and total value locked. And to celebrate, they're running a big leverage trading competition right now. And looking at the really deep infrastructure layer, World Mobile is gearing up to launch its network builder this December. This is going to introduce on-chain auctions and, get this, decentralized network ownership. That literally means the network is owned and operated by its users. It's a massive move for their mission of global connectivity.
So you can feel all that momentum building, right? The natural question is, what's next? Well, the good news is the pipeline looks just as packed. Let's peek at a few things that are right around the corner.
First, a little teaser from Wing Riders, one of the more established dexes in the space. They dropped this little hint. Now they're being mysterious, but new farms always means one thing: new opportunities to earn yield. So yeah, definitely a platform to keep your eyes on. Okay, now this next one could be a real game changer. The CEO of CSWAP announced that they're in due diligence with a venture capital fund. That's basically the final check a big investor does before writing a massive check. If this deal goes through, the injection of liquidity could be huge for every single CSWAP staker and farmer. And hey, to bring things right back to where we started, Pulse Cardano is jumping in on the action too. Their next update includes automated yield token staking, which is basically set it and forget it for earning rewards. And yep, you guessed it, they are also launching their very first night token market. The momentum just keeps on building. So as we wrap this up, that's really the big question to think about. We've seen an explosion in yield, we've seen foundational projects hitting huge milestones, and we've seen key assets getting adopted everywhere. The energy is just electric. It really leaves you wondering, where is that next spark going to fly? Which part of this ecosystem is going to ignite next? That's all for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.